Nothing fancy, no, nothing dramatic either. Just sort of in my dorm, just nobody loves me kind of stuff. So I got writing and music and that kind of and things started to work for me. And then, by the way, I haven't told anybody this. I played golf all through high school, and I got to play, and I placed good in states. And that brings me to my next point. I got a call in May of 2006. I'm getting ready to come home for the summer from New Mexico. It's like you go outside and it's 120 degrees and it's not very fun. It's not like the tropical humid air either. It's just hits you in the face and it hurts. That's a good lyric. I should write that down. Blake. It's not that good. Anyway, so I got a call from I don't know if any of you ever took golf, from Coach Ben Foster. He's really tall. He's an alumni from here. He's got a big beard. He's like 8 feet tall. Anyway, he called me on a whim because Sam Sear had spoken to me about, oh yeah, you should come to San Diego, Bryan. You should come, you should play, you should be in here, Bryan, you should play golf on his team, Bryan. It's gonna be so good. It's just cherry, Bryan. Come on here, San Diego, right now. I'm gonna talk to the coach. So I was like, nah, Sam, why? Nah. No, I just said, nah, Sam, well, I didn't know. So at the time, I was kind of, I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but he talked Ben Foster into giving me an opportunity to be recruited and transfer and get a little scholarship and get me into PLNU. My SAT scores were not that impressive, and Hawaii public school education, I'm sorry, it wasn't very good, to say the least. I did get a 3.5 though. Thank you. Anyway, so he gave me a call and was like, Bryan, I want you to consider coming out to play BYU. And I was like, really? Okay, San Diego. Now we're talking. You guys know what I'm talking about. We are really freaking lucky right now. I mean, the sunsets, that's awesome. I got that every night growing up in Maui. You guys are all jealous. I'll take you there. We'll all go. Can we do like a LoveWorks trip? Go to Maui? Mary? Think about it. Just put that out there. So yeah, I transferred here to PLNU, and a majority of the kids from our youth group actually ended up going here. Dale Krebs, who's the pastor there, both his kids went here, and Joe still goes here. He's been going here for a long time. Destin Daniel Cretton, who just won a Sundance Short Film Festival for his film Short Term 12. Great film, and I used to watch him play in his band, and it was awesome, and I idolized him, and now he's out here in San Diego doing his thing. So got to join a pretty cool crew. But still, starting all over again. I don't know if we have any transfers, but it's like you get all set freshman year, and then all of a sudden you start over, and it's confusing. So I had to do that again. But with all these new opportunities, it's a small campus. You could see the same person twice in one day, whereas in New Mexico you see one person one time and then that was it, because there's just so many people. So here, that was meant to be funny. I was just playing this straight face. Keep it real. That's how we do. Anyway, so small school. I didn't even know that we were supposed to go to chapel. I didn't even know those were mandatory. I was like, I think I got out of biology with Dr. Anderson, and then before I had Spanish. It was so early in the morning, and then I was walking back to Wiley because I lived with Cornelius, Andrew Bravo, when I transferred here. If any of you know him, you've been blessed, because he is an amazing human being.
Yeah.
Ouch! If you only knew Cornelius. Just the name says it all. Anyway, I was walking, that's his nickname too, it's not even his real name. That's how cool he is. I was walking back to my dorm, and then I heard all this singing, and then I walk in there, and I'm like, oh wow, a gathering. It must be because it's the first day of school. It's the first day, and I knew you're all laughing, you're like, man, he planned out some funny material for tonight, but this is true, believe me, this is what I was thinking. And so I walk in, and Amy was in the back, and I didn't even scan in. I didn't know anything. And I went to all the NSO stuff too, but I was sleeping, kind of tired. Anyway, that's not important. So go to chapel, and it's great energy. Once again, this worship. Didn't have that in New Mexico. Had it in high school and middle school, and enjoying the music, and then but it was way more well organized. They really threw it together back home, but this was really elaborate. This was pretty cool. So, and it was free, which is awesome. Well, we paid for it, tuition costs, but that's a whole other talk. Next week, Blake will talk about tuition. Okay. So yeah, chapel, pretty awesome. Team, pretty cool dynamic, very frustrating because it's kind of a perfectionist. I really wanted to live up to Foster's effort to get me out here to play, and I made the traveling squad the first semester, or maybe the second, I don't remember. And that was kind of all I was thinking about. I kind of put music on the back burner as well as film, and because I find it's much easier to kind of flourish artistically if you, especially in film, if you have people to collaborate with. That's really important either in the writing process or when you're going to actually shoot your film or whatever. You need a lot of people, and I didn't know people. I was kind of reserved and wasn't reaching out as much as I should have. So, you know, creating a network, we like to call making friends rather than network. Network's a serious word. Dustin Daniel Cretton taught me that you shouldn't say networking, you should say making new friends. So I'm trying to use that more. But so it was mostly golf when I was a sophomore, and you know, kind of mixed feelings, but a lot of opportunities to get involved and meet new people, and everybody was so nice. NMSU, everybody was just on a mission and like didn't want to talk to you, and it was just, and that was it. And Mexican food is way better in California than it is in Mexico. I just want to say, sorry if I upset anybody, it's just. And I'm a vegetarian, by the way. I've been a vegetarian for 5 years, if anybody was curious. Yes. The rumors are true. But it's not on my Facebook, so. Anyway. So I played golf for a year, and then stayed out here for the summer, worked at a golf course. In all this too, I switched my major. I really started over when I came here, kind of a fresh slate, like a new opportunity to sort of start over, and like, that was pretty cool. It's easier to think of it in retrospect as to, you know, the bigger meaning and just this whole series of events that, you know, you just attribute to something greater, because it is such an interesting happenstance that I would go to New Mexico of all places for a year, and then my parents and I just thought it was like our safety school. Like, well, you go to New Mexico and you do that business major and you work on your golf and you put music on the back burner, and you'll flourish, Bryan. And I was like, okay, Dad, that's great. They're paying the bills, so I got to do what they say. But did that, and it wasn't as good as PLNU. So coming out here, like I said, pressures. Foster doing the traveling, that thing. Worked out here for the summer, and then played in the fall. And then I spent a lot of the fall like kind of thinking about, do I want to focus more on art, and do I want to focus more on music? And I had some of my good friends, Kaylee Hernsberger, sitting up there with the hat, and you know, just talking it out with people. Do I want to play golf? Do I want to give myself 110% to this if it's so frustrating, or do I want to focus more on film, more on art, getting better grades, things like that? So after the fall season, I stopped playing golf. I quit the team, and that was the end of like a 7-year run of just like most of what I did was golf, you know. And sorry we didn't talk about the golf as much as the other art stuff, but I thought it'd be important to mention. After that, I got really involved with ASB with starting a club called the Guerrilla Film Society, GFS. We're like a production, not network, making new friends. We're a production making new friends, which isn't a sentence. But we basically try to do student films, involve anybody who wants to get involved in film. And whether you're a film student or not, we want to get together and collaborate on cool films. And then after doing that and getting plugged in and meeting people, and I made some parent weekend videos, and we made some short commercials and fun stuff like that. And it was school oriented, and it was like the mission of the school. What is it? GL said it today in OrgCom. It was like teach, shape, send. I love that. That's good. Facebook. Bryan is teach, shape, send. That's what I'll do. Nice ways together. Okay. Anyway. So, where was I? Caitlin, where was I? You're not even listening! Blake!